Ooh, what's up guys, Cody here today with some Ezreal gameplay. So, Ezreal is like a fun pick for me, just because I'm someone that likes skill shots, and I like the feeling that like you land that skill shot on somebody, it happens to them, like, ooh, yes. It's one of the reasons why I like Jhin, because just the long range skill shots are just so fun. Anybody with global ults are fun for me. But pretty much Ezreal's Q is a fairly decent range for a skill shot. And he's it's just really fun for him to do. So right now at the beginning of the game, we're a 5-man in this. So I'm playing with my friends. And it was we were not paying attention to anything that was going on. So we forgot that the game had started. And as a result, yeah, we missed out on a few CS. So at the start of the game, as you can see already, there's a LeBlanc support. That being said, this game I wouldn't be making a video out of this game if this game was a complete snowball. Okay, what the hell just happened? I don't know. Okay. If this game wasn't a complete snowball, I wouldn't be making a video out of this. But so I do fine. The rest of my team, on the other hand, doesn't, and as a result, it causes some really big issues. During the whole laning phase, you're probably just gonna see me be poking down the enemy. So yeah, I think no, this game had the right masteries on. There was one game where I had the wrong masteries, but so on Ezreal, I'm going Fervor of Battle for my masteries. I'm going 18-12-0, and the reason why like you can go like anything. Get that nice Q off, bam. You can go anything on Ezreal technically, but I think Fervor's probably the best one to go because it's just like sustained damage, and as a result, it's just more damage over time because the damage from Fervor will be applied with your Q. So, yeah. The, having Thunderlords, it's okay, but since you end up just doing more damage afterwards, like, Ezreal isn't the most bursty champion there is. If you build him AP, he kinda is, but, like, as an ADC, his damage is more like sustained, kite with a Q type of thing, with the blue builds and whatnot. So, yeah, as you see, I'm crushing the laning phase. My Bard is pretty decent, even though he doesn't really, the guy as a support doesn't really play Bard. He's doing a decent job. And LeBlanc starts just roaming around the map and just completely gives up on her ADC, I think. Just like because we end up just bullying the hell out of LeBlanc, and it's a LeBlanc anyways. It's so stupid to have her in the lane to begin with. But so this just gives me time to talk about Ezreal. So Ezreal, like I said, he's one of my fun champions to play, and that's because of pretty much all the skill shots, and his ultimate just is global, and because he has an escape with his E, which is I like anything that's like almost a flash, pretty much. Anything that's a dash or a flash. I like champions with that because it gives me mobility. But Ezreal did get nerfed unfortunately. His Iceborne Gauntlet got nerfed, and his ult got nerfed. The ult nerf, I'm really upset about, because now every time I want to ult, and it's like, oh, you know, there's only 40 seconds left, and I'm like, oh, well, if that nerf hadn't gone through, then, you know, it wouldn't be that bad. But right here, Jinx being dumb, I just jump in on her. I had been playing passive with her, just farming up, but I was like, screw it, I know I can kill her. And I almost do. I make her burn her summoners. But right now my team's up in kills, but I know that the situation is not looking good. And as a result, I'm like, okay, I gotta get going on my farm here. Because I know that this is gonna be one of those games where I have to do all the heavy lifting. And yeah. So like I was saying, Ezreal, he got nerfed with the Iceborne Gauntlet getting nerfed, and the and his ult getting nerfed, but he's still really good. It's just like his ult being nerfed is just not up as much. It's not that big of a deal, because it's kind of just it deals damage, but it doesn't deal a ton of damage. So I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's like, it hurts him, but it's not the biggest of deals. You're gonna see me ulting minion waves, just because there's no real reason for me to keep it during all this. But so the Iceborne Gauntlet nerf kind of hurt him, because it makes it, he just has to work harder for his kills a little bit, just because the kiting isn't as effective anymore. But yeah, so Bard gets a good ult off there, allows us to kill Jinx. And at this point in time, I'm like, okay, we gotta go get this. We gotta make sure we get this, because we need to be pushing it. Our support picks it up. I'm just like, screw it, whatever. Not a big deal. Riven, not listening to me, telling Riven that, like, hey, you can't be standing so close, because Garen's just gonna ult you, and that's what happens. So right now, we're in pretty much disarray ever since that. I EN to try and get a kill, and unfortunately I don't, and I have to flash out for safety purposes. And we all burn our flashes pretty much, and we kind of are just wasting time. Fortunately, he also picks off Bard, and I'm trying to stay here to try and get something, but when Garen shows back up on the map, you're gonna notice that he's got about half his health again because of his passive. So not too happy about that. I see Tom Kench is over here. Unfortunately, he's already gone. Riven's gonna go in and get the kill and then die as a result. And this is one of those moments where I preemptively used my ult to clear minion waves, and I really just shouldn't have. So right here, I knew I got the kill on Garen. Fortunately, Malzahar had to die, and I know Yasuo's pretty much gone at this point in time. Pretty much. Unfortunately for him, though, he decided that he was going to walk to our jungle. Not the smartest of ideas. Right now, we're trying to get LeBlanc. We're trying really hard to get LeBlanc because we knew where she was. And at this point, I'm like, okay, guys, we gotta back off. We're way too deep, and Jinx is pushing bot. Not the most fun for me, because she's gonna get this, and she's smart and goes on the run. Unfortunately, I had used my ult to try and clear the wave faster. Didn't quite work out. But yeah, so right now we're down in towers. We have a dragon, so the gold's kind of even, which is definitely helpful. I'm kiting Garen back with my Q, just because I really don't, you know, like Garen is really affected by slows. I ult way too early to try and get this dragon, which is really unfortunate for me, because we didn't have vision. But our Echo just jumps in, kills it, smites it away, and ults out. So good job for him. And that was I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, I'm gonna check this bush just because I want the vision on Garen. And I know we can get him, but the thing is, I don't know where his team is. And unfortunately, his team doesn't show up, because if they were still there, then we were gonna be screwed. But the Malzahar ult really helps us secure that kill. Because if not, Garen was probably going to kill one of us beforehand. Because my team's not the best at using their CC right. So, yeah. So we're actually, because we got that kill on Garen, it actually helps us a great deal in terms of evening out towers. So we're finally up in towers now. We're up in gold, which is good. But what's going to start to happen is they're going to just split push, which is quite annoying. Because we were doing really bad on our rotations, and so whenever we were all one spot, they would have somebody else, they'd have someone somewhere else, and yeah, it caused a lot of issues, because then we sent someone to go take him out, and by the time they got there, they'd already done a good amount of damage to whatever lane they were pushing down. So not good, one bit. Oh, no, another thing I like about Ezreal though, like I was saying, he's skill shot orientated, but his Q is all pretty much all the time, which is one of the things I like about him. He's not my go-to pick for ADC, but a lot of times I feel like he's got strengths where he can kite somewhat. He's got pretty good damage when it comes to the mid game, and he's a longer range for an ADC, and he does a really good damage when it gets to the mid game. So I just feel like there's different things that there's different things that the ADCs all do that I like. My main pick is Lucian though, when it comes to who I want to use for ranked, just because Lucian's just really strong. I flash here to try to get LeBlanc, and I fail, and Garen silences me, so that was my bad. I really wanted to get that kill, but you know, I'm not worth the support, and I wasn't taking into account Garen's silence to prevent me from Eing over a wall to safety. So that's just me not paying attention, and that is one of the things that you have to think about though. Like, is this, like, you have to be thinking about, like, is this really worth it? So right now Garen's the biggest issue. And as soon as we take him down, I know that they're over. They're done for. Bard gets Jinx somehow on the very edge of it. And Yasuo gets exhausted and ignited by Malzahar. Exhausted by Bard, ignited by Malzahar. And like I said, Tahm Kench is split pushing during this whole fight. And we don't have the waves pushed out where we can just push a wave in to get a tower. And this is what I mean by they're gonna just be split pushing us whenever we want to do something. So we lose tower, but we get a third dragon, which is good. And it's even on towers right now, but they're catching up in gold, and it's getting really bad. Just because they are going, it's going to be frustrating to deal with. The LeBlanc had like no health, so I was trying to ult to get her. It misses because she decides to move. For whatever reason, who knows? But I saw that, I was like, ooh, I can get this, but couldn't hit her, unfortunately. And my team, the terrible borrowed art, but aside from that, not too bad. So Garen tries to come in on us. His Sterex goes off, and he kills Riven again. No surprise there. But yeah. So at this point in time, we should be like, we can't really push mid because Echo doesn't have the health, and it'd pretty much be a 3v2 trying to push down mid, which is not gonna happen. So I'm like, okay, we gotta go take care of this this Yasuo that's a split pushing bot, and he gets the tower anyways. And this is what I mean. I was not making the best of plays this game. But that's one of the things that you have to. It's kind of just me not really paying attention to stuff, and me just trying to focus on trying to keep towers for us. Like, we should have been paying attention to the fact that our bot lane was being pushed in. We should have been paying attention to all these things. And ultimately, I have to blame myself, just because I can't blame them. They can't, because I know I'm the best one out of all of them. And that means that anything that happens in terms of shot calling is on me. And that's one of the things that I had to put on myself. So yeah, right here, I get over the wall with no vision at all, aside from the fact that I know LeBlanc is there. And yeah, not the best of things for me. Bard, not the best of ults. Like I said, he doesn't play Bard all that much. And Echo doesn't go after the right LeBlanc. So yeah. Not looking the best as of right now. He gets Garen under tower, but it doesn't mean anything when it's Garen and the rest of their team is there. So yeah, just bad plays all around. And now they're up in gold against us. They have a tower over us. I'm able to pick off a kill on Tom Kench. And I'm gonna try and chase down this Garen, and he goes to turn against me because his ult did come up, but I had laid the Rune King, so yeah, wasn't gonna happen. I knew I could beat him there, and I burned a Jinx Flash. So even though really bad all around, able to make something happen. Okay, and this is gonna be another one of those bad plays of mine, bad calls. So LeBlanc knows we're here, and I'm really cocky, and I'm just like, I really want to get Baron. So what happens is we die. So once again, that's on me. Any type of call is on me, unfortunately, and so I'm not happy with myself there. But fortunate thing though is for the rest of this game I don't die. But that was like 3 bad things in a row happening. First with the split push, then with being caught because I already used my E, and then the Baron call. So not good at all in my regards. But the enemy is gonna start to become an issue. Like I said, they're up now in gold. We were winning earlier, but now it's not looking the best. So Echo goes in on Garen, which is not smart. We were to kill Tom Kench though, and my ult is down, and like if it, there was no way I was gonna kill Garen, unfortunately. But that happens. I sent an ult over to try to help Malzahar, not happening. Because now I can't steal Dragon with it. So yeah, one of the things, like I always use my, like, as Ezreal, one of the things is I use my ult just like when it's needed, when I feel like it's needed, and not like understanding, because it is important. This part is important. As Ezreal, there's times when you can ult and be helpful, but what are you gonna accomplish with the ult compared to what you could accomplish later? Right there, with that example I'll just use, is that I was trying to deal damage to them so that way Malzahar could, I don't know, kite backwards or just something, just do something, and then potentially like scare him off. Which, there was 3 people there. There was no way Malzahar was getting out, but I was just trying to help him, and Dragon was up, so I used my ult, and as a result, we didn't get Dragon, which is very saddening. I couldn't, well, I mean, trying to steal Dragon with my ult anyways is just hard as it is, but it's the chance of stealing it, though, which is important. But it didn't happen. So there's 6 minutes left in this game, and we do win this. As you can see, my team doesn't have the best KDA, and we're behind by almost 6,000 gold now. So we are not in a good spot at all. But what's going to happen though is there's going to be one crucial fight that's going to change it all. It's not like, because at this stage of the game, like if we lose a fight, it's not detrimental to us, but if they lose a fight, they have technically they have more turrets, but in terms of mid lane turrets, we have more, and that's going to be the easiest lane to push, more than likely for them. But I am taking care of bot lane right now, because I know I wave clear rather well, and my team can handle what they're doing. And the enemy sees that I'm bot and goes to Baron, which is to be expected, to be quite honest. And for whatever reason, Yasuo has Titanic, and it's making him rather tanky. But Bard gets a good ult off to stop it, and we steal the Baron from them, which is good, and we get a kill. Unfortunately though, my team thinks they can keep fighting, and so they keep walking in, and now they're way too far. As a result, we're gonna lose a lot of people. We didn't lose everybody, but we lost enough to the point where we stole Baron, but we are getting nothing out of that steal, aside from the fact that we're stopping them. Which, excuse me. Which, stopping the Baron is great and all, but all they had to do was send 4 people mid, and they could have potentially gotten the tower. Potentially. Me and Malzahar can wave clear pretty well, but I don't think we can clear well enough to stop them from just pushing down the tower. But they didn't do that, and this is fine. So they burn we burn Garen's flash, which is good, because Garen not having flash means it's harder for him to get onto us. And we're kind of, I don't know what's really going on right now. Yasuo is caught out, which is good for us. But the thing is they're doing dragon, which we kind of need dragons, so that way we can hope for like a 5th dragon to try to even the odds out. So yeah, okay, I'm picking up red buff here just for the extra damage, and unfortunately my jungler takes it. So yeah, not too happy with that. But right now, examining everyone's item builds, we're almost getting to the end. Our Riven has been doing terrible. Yeah, you know who you are, Riven. Although the Riven doesn't watch my videos more than likely, so. Right now, we're trying to get a pick off. This is the key fight, actually. Let me just pause it. So, Tom Kinch was down bot. Okay? Tom Kinch was down bot here. Split pushing again. So I'm telling my team, like, okay, we either fight now or we go take care of him. We do one of the following, because I mean, him split pushing, by the time we actually back now, we'll be able to stop it. But we also have the choice. They're down a tank who provides a decent amount of CC and can save his team, can save his carries, which, I mean, he hasn't really been doing all that well. It's funny because Tompkins is actually now finishing up his jungle enchant. But so we decide we're gonna commit to the fight, which is important because now what that means is we catch them out, we get some kills. Garen doesn't have his flash. Jinx still doesn't have her flash from before. Yasuo doesn't have his flash, and now LeBlanc doesn't have her flash because she just used it. And now we get the kills. Tom Kench is, you know, is now backing to try and stop, to try to get with his team, and yeah, that fight pretty much won us the game, even though we're still down gold. So yeah, the enemy wasn't playing smart in terms of how to position themselves. They were too far up in the lane without enough people, and as a result, we were able to 5v4 them, and yeah, won us the game. So I mean, it was gonna be a close game, but that their split pushing was really was hurting us. But it turned out alright. I mean, them not having an actual support and them just getting crushed in bot lane kind of hurt them a ton. But that's every time I play ADC. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe if you did. And see you in the next one. Thanks.